So with that, I would like to now move on to the next segment of the night, which is honoring the Newman Young Poets of 2015. And this is something that started 2 years ago in 2013 with when Yang Mu, who was a poet, was the winner. And Jonathan Stalling helped create essentially a poetry contest that uses English to do Chinese-style poems. And we did it 2 years ago, and we did it again today. Unfortunately, Jonathan has been stuck in the snow, but we are once again saved by R.C. Davis, who has agreed to come up and speak on Jonathan's behalf and tell us a little bit about the Newman Young Poets Awards and this year's winners. And after R.C. is done, Harold and Ruth will come up and present the $500 IOUs. The checks are coming, but the certificates that will be awarded to our 4 winners. So please join me in welcoming R.C. Davis.
Nothing at all depressing about what I'm going to do. I get to do the fun stuff. So, and it's just such an honor to have anything to do with the Newman Prize. Too many wonderful prizes around here. I love what you do, and thank you to the Newmans, not the Neustats. And my heart goes out to Jonathan Stalling. He really, this is his baby, would love to be here, and is stuck in snow, probably in an airport right now, hundreds of miles away. So just a terrible fate. Kevin, could you play and if Jonathan were here, the part that you're going to hear on this recording right now would be sung. Trust me, you don't want me to sing, okay? So let's hear what this sounds like. Okay, thank you, Kevin. Okay, you were just listening to the voice of Miao Yi-chun chanting a Sueju poem by the classical Chinese poet Han Yu, who is famous for the mastery of the form's complex rules. People have been celebrating this kind of poetry for over 1,500 years, with such startling, beautiful, and melodious language as you heard in this rendition. Now, before the last Newman Prize, I keep trying to say Neustat, Newman Prize was given, hundreds of Oklahoma K through 12 and college students learn how to compose the 5-character suizhu form following all of the rules of classical Chinese. And they created poetic gems that people are still talking about 2 years later. I was here when they read them, and they were gorgeous poems. Well, this year, taking the 7-character suizhu poem, it's a more, I think, ambitious form. You just heard in the recording as this model, again, hundreds of Oklahoma K through 12, college, and now adult poets submitted their original work to the Newman Young Poets Award Contest. Now I'm speaking as somebody else. Unfortunately, Jonathan Stalling, have been stranded in Pennsylvania for the last 72 hours and cannot be with you. I'm still speaking as Jonathan now. Due to the heavy March snowstorm here, I feel a lot like the poet in Hanyu's poem, who so beautifully describes the surprises of waking up in mid-March to find not pear blossoms covering the ground, but a fresh coat of new fallen snow. Unfortunately, the reality of this poem has hit a little too close to home, as I have found such snow, exactly such snow here, a lot of such snow in Pennsylvania, and am stranded. He's really stranded. I've talked to him a couple of times. He's just in an airport. You know, he's been there for, I think, 100 hours. It's terrible. Nevertheless, it is not possible to lessen my enthusiasm and excitement to announce, with the help of R.C. Davis, confusion of voices here, this year's winners of the Newman Young Poets Award. Okay, this year's winners not only have followed basic rules of composition, monosyllables, Chinese meter, rhyme, and a special thematic progression from one line to the next, but they have also followed the rules of parallelism, which in this case requires them to compose their poems both vertically and horizontally at the same time. What they have done is a little like writing a poem as a crossword puzzle that can be read across but also down. You'll see what I mean when you hear these beautiful poems. Nicole Emery, an OU student, is the winner of the college adult category. Where's Nicole? Right there. Okay, sit tight. Congratulations, by the way. And she accomplished this task with tremendous skill. Her poem reads as follows: dark night, dim stars, fresh fog drifts, gray dusk, pale moon, crisp haze shifts, clear day, flushed skin, worn thoughts still, night quits, morn breaks, slow hand lifts. Now, if read horizontally, the poem enacts dawn through its rich and evocative imagery. But if read vertically, the words are composed in columns following the rules of parallelism. Dark is parallel with gray, and parallel as a contrast with clear. The same is true of the next column. Night is parallel with dusk, and that is parallel as a contrast with day, and so on down the line. This pattern represents the ancient Chinese belief that poets should balance yin and yang to restore balance and harmony to the world in every poem. These complex rules make this poetic genre one of the most complicated forms in world literature. High school winner Lauren Morris composed a moving verse that instills a powerful image of a wildfire with a delicate choice of words, setting in motion the subtle yet frightening power of an Oklahoma grass fire. Are you great? This is Lauren Morris right here. Okay, her poem reads as follows: sun glares, wind blows, as air stirs leaves, cloud shifts, sky shines, bird cuts breeze, smoke forms, grass burns, homes left bare, land gone, ash stays, fires won't cease. Good job. Now, middle school winner, Asan Mashraf, where are you? Took everyone by surprise with a sophisticated poem marked by a clear use of parallelism and imagery, as well as a thematic progression from the natural world to the human world. His poem reads, bright day, clear skies, warm light shines, warm noon, calm winds, hot sun blinds, cold night, fierce shows, breath like ice, red fire, warm hands, rest your mind. Good job. Elementary school winner, Morgan Brooks. Morgan, where are you? Yeah. She struck a deep chord with her evocative poem that brings the reader into the moment that precedes an oncoming storm. We seem to be right there with her as the storm rolls in, and we feel that rush of excitement and awe. Her poem reads, black comes, night falls, dark blue sky, gray clouds, slight lit, sea go by, girls jump, moist face, strong wind blows, soft breeze, lake shines, storm waves high. Please join me. Please join me in recognizing all of these young poets as they come to the podium and receive their certificates and a $500 prize.
Thank you, Archie. Welcome. Thank you. Ashan. Harold, yeah, all of them. And Lauren and Nicole, you can go ahead and give it to her. And then maybe a group photo. The 2015 Newman Young Poets. These are the $500 IOUs. Checks in the mail. Yes. Ruth, you better distribute them. I don't know if Harold will do it.